Did you get those notes from Megan today in class?
I didn't.
I really need them. I mean, especially for that lab. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I really don't know if she'll know any better.
So, Trip, how do you feel about texting and driving?
I feel like texting and driving can be dangerous, not to just people driving and texting, but to like everybody around you. And usually most accidents happen when it's like someone's doing like, LOL smiley face, I'll be there in a few minutes or something, you know? And it's not worth it. You can not only hurt yourself, but you can hurt another driver. If you're really unfortunate, you can hit another person who doesn't even have the protection of a car around them, and just there's no real good reason to do it. Put yourself and others in danger that way.
Has texting and driving affected you in any way?
Yes, actually. I have not been injured in any way, or nobody that I know of. Well, not really. But I have had my truck has been hit on occasion actually twice, by someone who was texting and driving. One person backed into my truck. The other person was trying to park next to me and completely scraped the left side and broke the back left panel, and I had to pay a couple $100 to get that fixed. No, I'm just glad I wasn't in there.
So, Samantha, tell me how you feel about texting and driving.
I do not agree with texting and driving. It is very unsafe. You are not paying attention to the road and the surroundings around you. You need to pay attention to the road and what's going on, and not pay attention to your phone, because if you pay attention to your phone, you're not paying attention to the other drivers or what's happening, so you can get into an accident. There's more to worry about than just yourself in a car. You need to worry about the families and the children in other vehicles. It's not just you have to worry about. It's everyone.
Has texting and driving affected your life in any way?
Texting and driving has not affected me in any way, personally. I have seen people who are driving and they would go and be texting and they'll swerve into another lane or swerve into the curb. And that's not very safe, because there are other people around. But personally, I have not seen it, but I've seen other incidences on the streets while people were texting and driving and they weren't paying attention. So it's not a very good thing.
So, Tika, how do you feel about texting and driving?
I feel that texting while driving should be banned in all states, because from personal experience, I tried it for the first time and I ended up in another lane. And after that, I don't text and drive anymore unless I'm at a stop sign or at a red light.
Has texting and driving affected your life in any way?
Not in any way. After having that experience, I just don't do it because it's dangerous. I mean, I care about my life, and then people always in the car with me, so I care about the passengers that I have, in the car with me. So texting and driving is dangerous, and it should be banned in all states.
In 2011, at least 23% of all car accidents involve texting and driving. That's the same as 1.3 million crashes. 5 seconds. That was the minimal amount of time that the driver's attention was taken off of the road while texting and driving. That's equivalent to driving a whole football field length without your attention on the road. The bottom line, texting and driving isn't safe. It isn't safe for you or the people around you. So don't do it. Don't text and drive. Of all distracted driving activities.
What's that lady's name in the house now? Cindy Dicer?
Someone calling me. Driving.
Text messaging.
Jalissa.
Texted.
23 times in your life.
Please record, Skim.
Books. Many would argue that they are quickly becoming a thing of the past. With the exception of a few potential blockbusters, the literary world seems to have grown quiet. I talked to a few Lander students so they could weigh in on the state of the literary world and whether or not it's still relevant. I'm sitting here with
Orlandria Finkley.
I'm Frank Davis.
Matthew Walker. What is your favorite book?
I need like 10 bookcases to hold the books I have, okay?
My favorite book is, I have a lot of favorites, but this one is one of my favorites. It is Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's A Study in Scarlet.
Lucas by Kevin Brooks.
I do like the Infernal Devices series, which is kind of a spin-off to the Mortal Instruments. Don't judge me. I read it before it was cool, okay?
What's the last book you read?
The last book in the Infernal Devices series.
It's Call of Cthulhu by H.P. Lovecraft.
Last book I read was Hunger Games.
Really good. I know it's weird, but it's really good.
What was the last book you bought or acquired?
The last book I bought was actually, I don't know what number it is in the series. I think it's like book 5 in the Blue Blood series.
Lolita.
Have you heard of any good books lately?
Recent books? Not really.
I actually haven't. I've been probably not as involved with books as I usually am.
Not really. Not ones that I would actually want to read. There's like, right now, the market is like flooded with these teeny bop, stupid stuff that I don't ever want to ever want to read. And then on the other side of that is like self-help or like people that haven't really lived life, Dr. Phil kind of stuff that I don't. No, that's not me.
Have you heard your friends talking about any books lately? Any big or new books out?
A River Between, because I'm in an English class, and they talk about it occasionally, but that's just within that class. Other than that, not really, and that makes me kind of depressed.
No. Most of my friends, well, I'm not going to say they're not intelligent, they don't read a lot of books. So...
Nope, my friends are slack.
Where do you feel the book industry is headed?
Horrible places.
I like it, but I don't know if this has anything to do with it, books being made into movies, because they think it's going to be cool again.
Right now, I would say it's kind of stable, I guess, in my opinion. I don't really keep up with the book industry, to be honest with you.
Books need to stop going to the screen and let us imagine junk.
The publication industry is just in some dark times. They're not really selling that many books, so yeah, they're not gonna survive without, Twilight.
Do you see a stable future for the book industry?
I hope so. Please don't take my books, I need them.
No.
In the far future, things could get more electronic and more digital as things go on, and I don't think that's a really good thing, but
If the industry moves toward ebooks, they'll encounter the same difficulties that music companies had when they started selling MP3s. So that's not going to go good for them for a while.
Any last remarks?
As long as they keep printing, I will support you.
Hopefully physical media will always have a place here in our world and society.
I believe publications are all about making money when they should be trying to, enrich people's intelligence somehow. I hate the fact that we've slowly descended into chaos in which some of the most horrible books get written, and then others that I've literally seen online as fan fiction turn out better than the stuff that gets published. That should be changed somehow. There needs to be, regulation. There needs to be somebody that's just like, no.
What does social media and technology mean to you?
It's a way of life, a way of communication, and a way that people keep up with each other nowadays.
What social media or technology do you think is the most popular among college students, and why?
I think Instagram would be the most popular social media nowadays because you can have a picture describing it, and you can also put up a video if you like.
How often would you say that you use technology of any sort every day?
I would say I use technology a lot. It's a good foundation, and it keeps me up to date with my friends. It keeps me up to date with class. Like a bunch of our schools online. It's a very good, prominent use in my life.
How often do you check your social media sites, such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Tumblr?
Oh, most 24/7. I feel like. Only time I feel like I'm not on a media site is when I'm sleeping. Other than that, between classes, right when I wake up in the morning, it's bathroom breaks. I mean, it's a really good something I look at quite frequently.
Where do you get most of your news from?
Other than the fact, maybe like getting pop quizzed in class, I get a lot off I guess the internet or Facebook. Sometimes you look on your news feed or whatever, and you're just like, oh hey, somebody had a baby or a panda had a baby. It's just all different kinds of sorts of stuff like that. So.
With the rise in technology use in college, how do you think this will impact companies such as newspaper industries or even magazine companies?
I think it's going to impact a lot. I think that a lot of newspaper and media outposts are going to alter how they format newspapers, magazines to fit what we as people like in order to draw their needs in and draw what they feel they like the most.
Do you think that social media and technology are important to college students?
My answer is yes.
Why?
It can help us study more efficiently. For example, we can check our daily or weekly schedule on our Blackboard, and we don't have to go to the classroom to test. So I think it can help us study more efficiently.
How much of an impact would you say social media has on a college student's life?
Let me see. The social media has a big impact to university students. We can meet new friends and share our precious moment. Our feeling is what I ate today like this. And for me, especially, I'm stranger in here, and whenever I met a new friend, they say to me, oh, do you have an Instagram ID? So I said, yes, please add me to your friends. So I can share my feelings in the USA to my new friends. So I already feel I have many fast friends in here, so I think the social media is good for making friends and building the new and good relationship.
Social media is an important role in our society today, especially for college students. College students use social media in order to connect with friends that they've made at school and their family members back home. Technology is a vital, important role for students today because teachers expect students to learn using their laptops or the computers in the library because it's an easier and faster way to communicate and grade things. Also, our society, not just in the USA, but even in other countries, they have multiple uses for social media and technology. It helps not only to communicate, but also to get news.